I know it's like 100 degrees outside, and the last thing you want to think about is budgeting for Christmas. But I'm telling you that now is the time to start thinking about it. Here at the Valencia household, we've actually been thinking about Christmas since January and socking away money slowly so that we don't notice it disappearing. And we're prepared, more or less. I mean, really, is anyone ever truly prepared for Christmas? There's always something you forget. Hi, I'm Wendy Valencia. We are a serious budgeting family and we believe in budgeting for absolutely everything, but knowing that you have to be flexible with your budget because life changes at breakneck speed. So let's go over our Christmas budget for Christmas 2020. And so y'all know this template is available on my website and I'll put a link down in the description box. And because it is July, Christmas in July, and I really want y'all to think about your Christmas plan. I'm going to put the template on sale, 50% off for a very, very short time. And trust me when I tell you, it is like super detailed. It covers all the bases to include like even the electricity, the extra electricity that you use from having twinkly lights outside your house, to purchasing a Christmas tree, to the cost of the ingredients for making cookies for Santa or your coworkers or whatever. I feel like I've left no stone unturned, but if you find one, I want you to email me so I can add it in because I want this to be an all-inclusive budget. The one thing I believe with Christmas budgets is it's not just about December 25th and December 24th. It is about the entire Christmas season. And you need to plan for those added expenses, all the holiday parties that you don't expect, all of that. Those things need to be added in and planned on. And hello, pictures with Santa, those cost upwards of like $50 or $60 where we get them done. And that doesn't include the new outfit that you have to have. Well, you don't have to, I guess. But so head on over to wendyvalencia.com and get the template today while it's still on sale. So before I show you our budget, because that'll go like super quick, I want to tell you why you should be budgeting early. And it's logical. First, you're not going to feel the sting of Christmas because one, you'll have the money already saved. And two, you're pulling it out in tiny amounts all throughout the year. So it doesn't feel as big and painful as it would. And two, if there's a huge sale and something somebody you've got to buy a gift for would like, you can go ahead and buy it because you already have the cash to set aside. And we actually do all of our Christmas shopping early. So it's actually usually done by the beginning of November. Like within the first 2 weeks of November, we're all done. And in fact, I've already got two of Melina's Christmas gifts already. And the bonus is that you can wrap them at a nice leisurely pace, which means you're not up until 3 o'clock in the morning wrapping Christmas gifts the night before. That may be actually the very best part of having a Christmas budget. Although last year we were putting together a bed for Melina until like 2 o'clock in the morning from Santa. Yeah, that was fun. I'll be happy when she's over this whole Santa brings me gifts. I'm tired of him getting all the credit for all the awesome presents we give. So, in our budget, in the giving category, we have $250 for a gift from Mauricio to Wendy. And probably, I'm going to admit, neither one of us know what we're going to get the other one right at this moment. So, we just pick a number out of the air. And then Melina has a gift to her father for $50. And then our gifts from Mauricio and I to Melina are $200. And then to Melina from Santa is $750 because, like I said, he gets all the credit for the nice gifts. And then we have a present for $100 from Sprinkles to Melina. And Sprinkles is Melina's elf on a shelf. And basically what she does is Sprinkles brings a little something with her every day and then a cinnamon stick to put in the advent calendar. And so Melina opens a present and puts something in the advent calendar, and it's super cute. It's just a little tradition we've had that I brought from my childhood. And then for me, from Mauricio, we have $250. And then to me from Melina, we have $50. So you can see that our amounts really parallel each other. We generally do that and try and stick to the budget really closely. Sometimes we go a little bit over, sometimes we're a little under. It just depends on what gift we decide to give. And then Winka, my mother, we have $100 present. And Wiki, my father, we have $100 present. And then Tia, Mauricio's sister, Tia means aunt in Spanish, is $100. And Primita, which is Melina's little cousin in Colombia, we have a $200 present in there. And Abuelo and Abuela is another $200. And usually the gifts to Colombia we do send down as cash and let them buy stuff down there because shipping presents down there is very, very complicated. Then we move to my side of the family and we have my brother and his wife. So we don't exchange presents with them, but we do get the kids presents. So they get Melina something and then we get their two kids something. So the youngest of Melina's cousins is a $100 gift and the oldest is also a $100 gift. And then we have $50 in there for a teacher of Melina's. And if there is more than one teacher in her life, then we will go ahead and add that in later on. But we just don't know right now. Melina and I usually exchange gifts with one of my coworkers and her daughter, but this year I think I'm going to suggest that we go get like high tea at the Waldorf Hotel, like the four of us, one Saturday, and do like a Christmas tea. I think that'll be so much fun. Our girls are old enough that they really might enjoy that now. And then Melina has a $50 present to her grandmother Wenka and a $50 present to her grandfather Wiki for a grand total of $2,750. And in the travel category, we are not going anywhere because between paying for school and not being able to buy plane tickets early enough, because in order to go to Colombia, which is where we were going to go at Christmas this year. We were going to fly down to Colombia and be with Mauricio's family. We need to buy those tickets like 6 to 8 months in advance at least because, well, you know, you're living it. So thanks, Rona, for not letting me have the Christmas plans I had planned for, but, you know, it's cheaper this way. So I am disappointed, though. I love New Year's in Colombia. They do the coolest floating lantern tradition in his neighborhood. It's awesome. Anyway, in the events category, we're not doing nothing fancy for pretty much the same reasons. Normally we go to the midnight service at the National Cathedral, but our church started having a living nativity on Christmas and Melina participates in that, and it's just too much to go to the cathedral and the living nativity all on the same night. So that is a budget line item of $0. And then our family activities, we have our traditional Christmas lights at the park, which is about $65 for the three of us to go. And in the Christmas food category, we have my staff lunch where I take out my lunch for staff, where I take out my staff for lunch for like, thanks for all your hard work kind of thing. And that runs about $400. And then we have a management luncheon, which usually runs about $40. And then making cookies for Santa, as I mentioned, because Melina and I make chocolate chip cookies every Christmas Eve, and that is $10. And then we have potlucks for work, and that's usually about $25 for a total of $475 for food. And then in the miscellaneous category, we have photos with Santa, assuming they have them, for $65. And with that, we have to get a Christmas dress for $50. And of course, matching shoes, so $35 for those, for a total of $150 for Christmas pictures. And then in the decorations category, I'm gonna go ahead and put $125 in there for another unicorn. I'm not saying we're gonna buy it, but at least that money will be there if we decide to. The unicorn was a hit in our neighborhood. Well, a hit, or, you know, people secretly talked about us behind our back. I don't know. You could see it from space. It was gigantic, but it's awesome. And it's a conversation piece. I mean, people were talking to me about it for months after Christmas. So in total, our Christmas budget is $3,565. And you can see by the chart, by far our largest expense is giving, which is exactly what you would expect at Christmas time. So we divvied that out in January, that amount, and we pay $300 a month to our savings fund. And at the end of the year, we have $3,600. It actually starts in December because we do this pretty much, this is pretty much our standard Christmas budget. Granted, last year was a totally different story, but normally this is our standard Christmas budget. So we start saving for it in December because by December we've already spent all of the money we're going to spend and done all the things except for a couple $100s. So we save $300 every month, and by the time it's time to spend the money, we're good to go. We have $3,600 and we don't feel it at all. So don't forget to stop over to my website and download the template while it's still on sale. And if you want to see the video where I talk about our Christmas budget from last year, because that was crazy huge. Like in the entire 12 years of marriage, we've never done that for Christmas. But there were bonuses and celebrating and lots of things. So I'm going to put that right up over here. So I'll see you in the next one.